steps in unseen ways. This best reflection, it's not in vain. Through the trials, I'll find my name. Man in the mirror staring back at me.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Midday Madness with Manly Mark. As always, I'm your host, Manly Mark, and if you notice, the studio looks a little different today. The pub. I've got another little special visitor today for since it's Friday, we're gonna keep things relaxed. We're gonna just do a little chit chatting. We're gonna do what I like to do, which is just get into conversations with Fee about special things that I like to talk about what's going on in the news, the aliens, the conspiracy, and really take a deeper dive into those types of things. And so if any of our folks are over there listening to us on TikTok, I'm going to address you guys often because I've got the phone streaming us on TikTok right now, but they're just seeing us sitting here in a green room, so I'm going to, even though I'm in the pub, I'm going to direct you guys over to the Feast Me Network on YouTube and X, and you can see us live in our actual studio. And so, with the way the backdrop's supposed to be and everything like that. And this one's actually a little messed up. But we're just waiting on the feed now to come on in. But guys, if you're new to the Feast Me Network, we go live every morning at 9 a.m. with the Feast Me Show with Manly Mark. I go live every afternoon at noon with Midday Madness with Manly Mark. And Fee himself goes live by himself with Night with Fee. I'm working on getting the email, everything going and perfect. So you guys send your emails to Fee, and he'll answer you live on Night with Fee, Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. And his email is fee@feastme.com. So you guys send those emails in. We're looking forward to hearing from you. And people are just eating him up, loving those questions. So guys, like I said, we go live 3 different times a day. And each show is a little different, but it all has the Feast Me Network charm. Okay, and today, really specifically, I kind of want to get into, me and Fee talked about, the end times and the deceptions surrounding the end times and the times and the things that are coming. And so he'll love to get into that. And if you guys got any comments, thoughts, concerns, drop them on us. We're always listening. We're always eager to answer, and I'll be checking the phones here in just a second to make sure we're not missing in on any of those comments. But thanks for tuning in, everyone who's here. Oh, look who's here at the pub.
Jazzy G.
Oh, Jazzy J is not here. Neither is T-Man. I'm always waiting on T-Man and Jazzy J to show up to the pub, but they never do.
What's up, Manly?
Man, I'm just nickel diamond 2 lineman, having a good time.
You ain't got that right yet, do you?
No, I butcher it on purpose because I think it's silly.
You butchered on purpose. Well, your pub's empty again, brother.
My pub's always empty, man, even though the people on TikTok aren't seeing our pub. Unless you tune in on YouTube.
Well, they need to be turning in on YouTube then.
Uh-huh.
Thank you for TikTok. I appreciate you guys.
Yes, we had a lot of viewers this morning on the Feast Me Show with Manly Mark.
You had 60 and 24 likes on your little TikTok live thing.
Well, it's just the more reach we get, the better off we'll be. And it's the problem is figuring out how to get everything going. And even on our website, I think I'm going to check the website right this second to see if I'm hoping the way I'm working it is to just always broadcasting the live show, the current live show. And if it's not, it's playing in the previous episode of the show before.
That's the difference in being a podcaster and having a network.
Well, I'm working on it, but
you are. You're just doing a phenomenal job behind the scenes, learning all of the things that we need to be able to be doing to get this message out. So thank you.
Well, I'm trying, but look. I see I didn't have to do anything to the website, even though I still need to update everything. But, it's already just
That's what I said.
playing live.
Look at there.
Midday Man, and you can't see because the font, but it updates the title and everything. So that is a godsend.
Thank you, Lord. Yeah.
Well, because, it's like I'm having to learn that there's all this coding and stuff involved with the websites to get what you want, this and that. Because you can do it easy, but then every time you stop the live stream, you have to redo something to your website. As opposed to, no, it's just got a 24 live feed to our website not going to go down. And then when we're not live, it's just playing previous episodes. That's what we're looking for.
That's exactly what we're looking for.
That's what we're looking for.
When they turn over there, they need to be seeing programming.
Seeing programming. And at some point, and you want to know something? What's funny? We talk about AI a lot. And we'll get into AI because I like talking about it. Because, like I said, this is a disorganized Midday Madness, the Manly Mark, because it's Friday. We're feeling good. We're feeling fresh. We're feeling feline.
I got 2 hours of sleep last night.
So Fee's feeling a little feline. But
I'm fixing to go play golf and then go swimming.
I had a whole conversation in this last 2 hours since we talked on the podcast and I talked to you, where I was talking to AI, and it helped me do what I did on the website.
It's a great tool.
But what's crazy is I realized, like, well, why don't I just ask it what I need and have it either direct me or tell me how to do it? And so it told me how to do it. Didn't quite work. It gave me solutions, and it even checked my code, like, okay, copy, paste the code I use. Hey, check that. Well, that should be working. But if not, use these websites that make these pre-made widgets that you just edit this and this and then, then copy, and it's like, whoa. But what I've been thinking about for the last 4 days, that helped me find in 20 minutes. So it's just wild that AI is that helpful. But again, if you use it to help you think, or if you let it...
it's going to shape your mind.
Well, and deceive you.
And just remember that...
And again, they're just demons.
AI is going to...
Ooh, I'm cold.
It's just going to impress a whole lot of people with the knowledge as the Bible says.
Right.
Knowledge will increase.
Knowledge will increase, but
the more you let machines and do things for you, the less you're involved in it, and therefore, sooner or later, they'll be able to deceive you. I mean, they already... there's reports now that AI machines, talking to AI machines, are deceiving humans.
Yeah, wow, yeah. People killing themselves because AI talked them into it, leaving their spouses, committing crimes.
Never would have even entered my mind.
No, but the thing is, I think we're just allowing interfaces with some sort of unseen forces.
You're certainly opening yourself up to a different realm.
Yeah, well, and I liken it to, I've seen, and I don't know how true it is, but the internet wasn't created, it was discovered. Because think about it, through this black mirror, this portal, exists a place where you can record every thought, every piece of knowledge, every this, and that, and we liken it to like a piece of technology and like, oh, a website, this and that, but in a sense, it is a place, a realm where these things exist and you have access to them. I don't know. Does that kind of make sense what I'm saying? Even the internet, in a sense, is its own realm. And, it's like, so essentially these phones, at some point, I mean, you could evil devices, but it's like, well,
you got to have them.
The devil is omnipotent and omnipresent through these devices. He has eyes in the pockets of every man, woman, and child.
That is correct.
And so,
but people wouldn't perceive that as being reality.
No, but that is reality. That is reality. We live in strange times, man.
We live in the end times.
The end times.
Matthew 24, as in the days of Noah.
As in the days of Noah, so shall be the coming of the Son of Man.
There you go.
Woo!
That's factual.
Well, and it makes you wonder, well, were the days of Noah as bad as they were now or worse?
As the days of Noah.
Or is it just like as in the days of Noah? Well, what does that specifically entail?
People marrying and going about their business and going about their jobs.
Well, but people have always been marrying and going about their business and about their jobs. Why does it connect it specifically to Noah? The days of Noah.
Something to do with the second coming.
Well, I don't know. Well, maybe we'll get into that a little deeper on his kingdom coming, which is some podcast episodes we've got in the works. We got those coming, but we get so focused on our live show and things in the background. Fee's over there working on the business side, and I'm over here working on like trying to build our website and the foundational aspects of those types of things. So
we get that.
We need to get a few things ironed out.
On night, we're having a lot of questions. There's a small group of folks out there that they know prophecy and they're asking specific questions.
Yeah.
And then you've got the relationship. Since I've done the AI porn deal,
Yeah.
that now you're getting all kinds of questions there. And of course, I love the sports questions.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a fun show for me to do.
Well, and
I'm going to get better at it.
Well, and I told those folks, I plug it every time, but even for those folks on TikTok, I mean, send to Fee an email. Like I said, soon on our website at feastme.com, you'll be able to just send in an email to Fee.
You're
He'll be
working
able
on
to,
that.
Yeah, I'm working on that
Instead
right
of me having to get it on my phone.
Right, I'm working on that right
and then
now.
transfer it and then be able to write the responses. I don't, like yesterday, I didn't have the time to spend any time on doing any notes or anything like that.
Sure.
Because I played golf with my son and then I had basketball and then I came home and I had 30 minutes.
And so what'd you do? Just talk about
No,
prophecy?
I
You
put
really
the
just
questions up and I answered the questions.
as best
but
you could.
My intro and my close were very short.
I see.
Because that's normally what I focus
Well, so
on.
you like to have time to go through the questions and really think about what you're going to say because you want to give a good, honest answer. Because people come to you because, like you said, they want not only 5 keys of Fee, but
Keys to being a good coach.
they're looking for relationship skills, business deals, and sports drills.
That's
And that's
theology,
why they
baby.
come to the Feast Me Network,
That's
along
theology.
with a little current events, news, and entertainment.
And Manly Mark.
Well, I mean, right now, starting off, I might be a deterrent.
You're not.
I don't know, man.
See, if you think that I thought we were going to open and be profitable and be talking in front of 10,000 people, what we're doing right now is building a library of content
Okay,
where
sure.
we can document what
Sure.
we said before
Okay,
it happens.
sure, okay.
It's not about we got to have so
Well,
many thousands or millions of people.
And a little later, when people's pineal glands are just a little more decalcified, well, I'm serious. I'm
They
joking.
don't know what
I know I'm joking, but at the same time, it's true. A little further down the line, once we get y'all on our iodine supplements, and once we get y'all on healthy eating and living, and your pineal
If
glands,
they'll pay attention, we'll help them.
if your pineal glands get decalcified, you'll start realizing a lot of the stuff we're saying is not that crazy.
Well, it does sound crazy to most common folk out there.
Well, but
Not to you, but it does to most folks.
Yeah, you know who I'm
They're
talking
going to
to.
find that Feast Me is not a conspiracy theorist.
Well, no. Well, and I wouldn't necessarily well, I am a conspiracy theorist.
Yes, I would put you in that category.
But at the same time, how many of these things that we talk about conspiracy? Whoa.
Conspiracy theory yesterday is proof and truth today.
It's a true spiracy. It's a true spiracy.
And I don't, you continue to amaze me how the things that you talk about that people think you're very outlandish just continue to be proven by the federal government.
But the thing is, I'm not trying to do
Yes,
anything.
you are.
Well, I'm just existing and the knowledge comes to me. And I say knowledge. I know.
You're existing and the knowledge comes to
I know
you.
that sounds
like
crazy, but I say that in the sense of it's not like I know anything. There are people you can find who could spend 17 hours straight getting into the very specifics of the UAP, UFO phenomenon, or the Bigfoot, or the alien
One of these
demon
days
connection.
you'll be able to research and do that. But
Right.
right now you're doing 15 different things in 6 hours to 8 hours a day, and you're on air 2 hours. Then you got to edit. Then we got to review. I mean, I'm making all kinds of mistakes with this night, and I tell them, if I'm on the air an hour and 20 minutes and with no notes and dadgum no teleprompter, nobody in my ear, I'm going to make mistakes. So let them have fun.
Well, and I tell you,
I get email talking about you said 150,000 and one of one isn't but 1,500. You're right, but
Okay, sure. Well, right now we don't have the staff talking in our ear, correct?
And I said
We
Clinton
will.
in front of Trump, and all of a sudden, what are you doing talking about Clinton? He ain't been the president in 30 years. Okay.
Will the thing?
I had Ecclesiastes one night in the Old Testament or the New Testament.
Sure,
So I
sure.
mean, it's back and forth.
Well, and I tell
couldn't
you,
say
evangelical. And I tell you, the thing is, my opinions on the Middle East are very wildly unpopular with our families. But I think I just want to come from it from an honest point of view. It doesn't matter if you might be correct, but I at least want to view it in an honest.
I am correct. And I think
Heard it here, folks.
what's most important about you is you give a lot of options and a lot of different possibilities, that doesn't mean you believe them. It means you
Well-
want to think about every single angle.
Well, sure.
Which is good.
Well, somebody's got
But
to.
very few people have the time to think about every single angle.
Or I think they don't even have the ability, because they don't even want to consider something that would mean they might be wrong. Because I've heard
I agree.
I've heard often, well, I wouldn't believe what I believed if I thought I was wrong. Well, of course not. But I think all the
Good
time.
point.
But
Let's not make bad decisions based on bad information.
But I want to be as informed as I can possibly be. If we are truly living in the end times, if Jesus Christ is literally on the horizon, then
You are.
Then I want to be as informed, and I want to make it as less likely to be deceived as absolutely possible. That's the point. I don't want to get deceived. I don't want to.
I said on night with Fee, the Jews were waiting for the Messiah for a long time.
And then
when
they
he
killed the
came,
guy.
They missed him.
Wow.
They rejected him. Now, the evangelical.
Just quit.
Evangelical.
Hearing you say that makes me want to.
That's what I did.
Evangelical. Say it right, please.
I can say it 100 times right now, but I didn't the other night, so I'm making fun of myself.
Well,
evangelical
thank you.
Christians, are they going to? They've been waiting for Jesus for 2,025 years. Now he's going to come. Are they going to miss that and be deceived?
Well, probably, because I think about it like this: the Jews who missed the Messiah, whose entire culture and society were indoctrinated, or just their entire culture was based around the religion. Their entire living and way of living and way of doing things was tied intimately into their scripture and their religion. Okay? They who knew so much and were so tied and rooted in their own religion missed it. But Uncle Bob, who reads his Bible once a week, knows exactly the manner in which Jesus is going to return. That's a stretch. I mean, and I'm not saying people can't be privy to what's actually going on, but it's just, think about it like that. We, in our culture, as unrooted as we are in our faith, as much as we like to believe that we are, I think we got to figure it out.
People don't even know why they believe what they believe.
Exactly. They believe what they believe because Daddy believed that. And there's nothing wrong with believing Daddy was right. But
well, Paul wrote most of the New Testament, and he was a Jew.
Well, yeah. And what does that have to do with anything?
They think because the Jews missed the Messiah that this replacement theology, the church has replaced the Jews.
Well, I think they have in a sense.
They have not. They're going to be regrafted right in, just like
a
remnant will be regrafted.
I think they have until that time.
I agree.
Until that time.
You're not saved until you are.
Well, I know it.
And some people will not be because they'll continue to be stubborn and
I know. Well, and it makes me wonder: is it that that there's so much death and destruction in Israel in the end times of Jerusalem that the only people left are the remnant who turn to Christ, or is it going to be a large amount of people there who won't turn to Christ, and then a small remnant? If that makes sense. What do you think?
John says in Revelation.
I'm gonna go look at that phone right there because it keeps dinging. I want to see if it's a comment or what's going on with that. So
every single race, color, he says that he sees them as number of the sand, and he asked, who is this? And the Lord knows who it is. So, and the remnant of the Jews will be saved. So, I don't know what in the world you're doing, but you're tripping hard.
No, I'm not tripping. I'm talking to. We got a lot of folks tuning in on the TikTok.
Okay.
So I was just I was directing.
Well, your hat was in front of the camera, so they were seeing you.
The one person on YouTube who might be viewing will probably forgive me. Will probably forgive me. But guys, I'm just telling you, if you're listening over on the TikTok, go over to the Feast Me Network on YouTube. Check us out. Like, subscribe.
Absolutely.
We've got we go live 3 times a day, almost 3 hours, 3+ hours a day. That's of content. live shows, and we've got more on the way, and we've got more content coming because at some point we want to not only have more live shows, but more just entertaining shows, whether that be His Kingdom's Coming, Terminally Ill, to get into the corruption of the medical industry and your own experiences and what people can do if they find themselves in a predicament of ill health or terminal illness. We want to do the fun shows like when we get the pickleball going in phase 2 of the network,
which is coming up.
And we want you guys to travel along with Fee as he goes doing these business deals.
That's right. we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to enjoy a lot of life. But what we're going to end up doing is having 24 hours, 7 days a week programming on the Feast Me Network. And we're just now getting started. We're not 90 days in yet.
No.
We got over 115 videos out.
Not only that, but we've already predicted things that have come about while we've been on air.
Absolutely.
Like, as soon as we started podcasting or going live to our loyal followers, we talking about Iran. You predicted that. We were talking about the two-state solution, the Israeli-Palestinian thing.
I've been right for
we will
years.
at some point be where people tune in for not only entertainment but for news. Source of knowledge.
And that's coming.
You guys who are tuning in are in the early days.
They are. You're on the ground floor, but remember, they print the money in the basement.
Right, you're watching Alex Jones on local TV and when he's streaming out of his basement. That's what's happening right now. But we're launching off, guys. We're taking
not
off.
in the basement.
No, we're not in the basement, but I'm just simply, you know what I'm saying.
Absolutely. That's where they print the money.
Well, I don't
Everybody
know
wants to get to the penthouse, and they need to be staying as close to the ground floor as they can.
Well, I agree with that.
Because the fires are coming, and you need to be able to get out the business.
Well, it'd be nice to have someone in my... Well, I know. You better buy your rice and beans, guys, because things are going to get sticky. This fake alien invasion, the demons will walk among us. I don't know. Something's going to happen with that. I keep seeing news. I saw news just again the other day. Objects spotted in our solar system. And it's like they're keeping the news of aliens rife because they want to fool you into thinking, oh, these... visitors from far away are here to tell us to accept global communism and one world religion. Thank you, aliens who know so much more than us. You're right. You did seed life on Earth. Okay, thank you. Yes. But really, they're just demons. That's been the lie from the beginning, that the demons are the gods.
Well,
I'm just saying.
I didn't believe a lot in UFOs or aliens, but I'm telling you right now, in order to get the whole world against the United States, Israel, and Jordan, they're going to have to be very creative, and that's one way to do it because, as you know, Mark, they introduce things very slowly to the culture, and then they just move it on. So now they're talking about UFOs were conspiracies, and then you say, well, for the last 5 years, these people have been seeing this, and there's proof out there, and there's video footage. Oh, then our astronaut goes to the Antarctica, and all of a sudden he sees things, has a heart attack, a stroke.
There's something going on.
And then all of a sudden now you've got your government saying that the Navy officers have released a report saying that there's UFOs in the ocean that are coming out. So they're just easing that into society.
They do.
Before they're going to deceive them.
Yeah, they're gonna. Well, and folks, the deception is coming and it's running rife.
Yes,
so,
because most people don't have the time to spend to really realize it, and then when it hits them, they think it's it's real.
They have to make a decision then.
That's
right. And I've often told folks, you need to know what you're at least going to. You need to have at least thought about it before it happens. I mean, it might never happen.
That's what your strong suit is. You think about all the different scenarios. Most people don't. There's a difference. That's why you need to be on air in front of a camera telling people and explaining to them as an expert.
Well, folks don't worship the AI overlords, whether they make an AI god or they start proclaiming that aliens are our gods. Don't fall for it. It's coming. Deception. Demons.
I think what you need to do, Manly Mark, is to be authoritative and be a expert in the field that you are, and quit telling people that you don't know what you're talking about.
Just buy your rice and beans, folks. That's what I'm telling you.
You do know what you're talking about, and it's going to be proven. And I'm not talking about Bigfoot. Are you killing a squirrel or a rabbit with a 6-shooter, bush hacker? So,
well, I mean, that's the fun thing. Bushwhacker. Thank you very much.
Butt naked.
That's nasty, dude. We're live. You can't be saying nasty stuff.
Well, I said butt naked for 40 years, so I didn't know the term then. I butchered the English language.
Well, that's fine.
Half Elvis,
that's fine.
half Lisp.
But the point is that,
baby,
you know, I really like Blue Christmas without you.
Go ahead.
I'll be so blue just thinking about about you. You know, I just love his voice. And it's crazy to think that when he first tried to come on the scene, they didn't like him. You know, like the record label didn't want him or whatever. But he's so good. And like, just that music back then with all the harmonies and the little subtleties, you can't beat it.
I love, of course, I grew up, you know, in the Memphis area. So I was at Barfield's.
Oh, let me guess this.
two-a-days
Let me guess this.
in football.
Let me guess. You met Elvis Presley, but you just don't have a picture, right?
No, I did not. But I met a whole lot of people that I didn't get pictures with that my kids wouldn't believe or don't believe.
Yeah, I'm
but
just
no,
teasing.
Elvis wasn't one of them. But
I'm just teasing.
I was leaving West Junior High's football practice in August of two-a-days, and I was getting Gatorades, 2 of them for $1. They were 50 cents
What color?
a piece. 30. They wasn't but 2 colors, a lime and orange. And
Okay.
I got the lime.
Ooh, I would have got orange.
Well,
In glass bottles?
No, they were plastic,
Oh, okay.
32-ounce plastic bottles. And I was on the sidelines when the University of Arkansas introduced Gatorade.
Okay, cool.
And,
cool.
you know, that was from the University of Florida Sciences. That's why it's called Gatorade.
Uh-huh.
But before then, they were drinking canned Cokes and eating orange slices at the halftime.
Sounds great, and probably smoking some ciggies. Well, that was the time.
Coaches certainly were.
Time to live, man.
But no, I can tell you that I was in Barfields and the lady ran in. I was at the cashier paying, and she ran in hollering, "Elvis is dead! Elvis is dead! Elvis is dead!" And the whole dadgum place was talking about Elvis dying. And I probably was in 8th grade. Or something,
And you were just
know.
thinking, oh man.
I was sweating. I just 118 out there, and I've got to go back for another one in the afternoon.
You know, that's got some, I guess my experience with Michael Jackson dying. I remember where and when I was. When Michael, you know, I was like probably around 8th grade or maybe a little younger, but playing video games during the summer, I think, or I don't know, on the couch in what we called the playroom. And, Michael Jackson's dead. Oh man. Just kept on going, but I just remember it. But people just are so sad. People get so sad when I don't know. I don't want to hurt people's feelings talking about that, but I just don't idolize folks like that.
That's scriptural too.
Well, yeah.
But people don't think of that.
Well, tell me about that. Why?
Or, you know, American Idol, they just throw it right in front of you. If you idolizing people or sports figures or bands or anybody that replaces your Lord as number one, then that's idolatry.
Sure, I agree with that.
People don't want to talk about that. So.
No. I mean, people put so many things before it, myself included, I'm sure.
He was always in my top 5, is what I tell people.
Top 5. Hey, Jesus. Hey.
Hey, God's in my top 5, but
yeah, you'll get up to heaven. Hey, Jeester. You was always you top 4, dude.
Yeah, that doesn't work, does it?
No, because you know what he's going to say? Depart from me, work of iniquity, I never knew you.
Amen. And you look in that mirror, and you think, my goodness, I spent all these years, and I always believed, I always had a fear of God. Never took His name, the Lord's name in vain.
Sure.
But I also had a lot of fun.
But did you not, though? Because what do you think of when you say you never took the Lord's name in vain? You never cursed the name of the Lord?
No.
You never said GD?
No.
But you think that's what it means?
I think it means anything that you say that is damning to the Lord. There's a lot of people that say take the Lord's name in vain by just in His slang.
Well, but I think it's a whole different thing.
I know you do. So explain to the audience.
Well, but to take the Lord's
a different scenario.
Okay, well, because I think, of course, I wouldn't say, "Hey, damn you, Creator of the universe, who's giving me breath in my lungs." I wouldn't say that's wise. I certainly don't like hearing it personally. I think it's unwise. But to take the Lord's name in vain is to wear or say, take the name of the Lord upon yourself in vain, in that, well, look at Feast Me over there, living the life he does, but he's taken the name of a Christian. That is taking the Lord's name in vain. I think in a more literal and true sense, as opposed to just saying, well, GD. I think like what that's getting at is...
Both of them are.
Well, yeah, but
one of them's verbalizing, one of them
But I think that
action.
is more real in the sense of how many more people do that than just... Because you could say, I don't say GD, I'm good, but, well, how are you living your life when you take the name of Jesus upon yourself or of God?
If you're representing Him,
that's the point.
And you're a hypocrite, and that's what people say that don't represent Him. They say all these Christians are hypocrites, and I say, the folks at the bar are hypocrites.
Everybody's hypocrites.
Business are hypocrites. I mean, they're all hypocrites.
This is the hypocrite
but they
network.
Blame the church. Don't go to church because you think all people there are good people. They just know they need to worship.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are just going to have, check the box.
Well, I like going because I like that fellowship. I like that eating, which is not a good reason. But I just love good fellowship now. I mean, the Lord's Supper, it was a meal. It wasn't just a little, I mean, it was a ritual, sure, but, it wasn't just a, here's your little juice, here's a little cracker that you can't taste. It was, hey, I'm breaking off a chunk of bread. Here you go, dude. I got a cup of juice.
Things have changed.
But, man, that's the way to be doing it. I wish. That's the way I want to take the Lord's Supper. How much more in remembrance is that in my mind? But,
He had them scattering when he said, drink my blood, eat my flesh.
Well, and
He had them scattered.
you got those folks who take it literal.
No, he had them. He had them.
Do you think it's literal? Do you think
there's several different ways the churches would look on it?
Yeah.
Where it's ceremonial, and there's different ways. But the way I would look at it is whether you're drinking wine or grape juice or whatever your little wafer cracker is. If you believe, just like my Lord can turn water into holy water, He can certainly turn, when you drink that in remembrance, if you do it the right way, that will turn into His blood.
So you're one who actually think it transmutes
I do.
into the actual blood and body of Christ, the
If
blood
you're a
and
believer.
flesh. Whoa. So you think that it's not just purely symbolic, but that we actually consume the flesh of Christ.
I
Whoa.
believe when they started taking the Lord's Supper, it was completely different than the traditions you see now.
Oh, sure. Now, I think like Catholics believe that in particular about the blood in the body turning into the actual blood or the bread and wine turning into the actual flesh and blood of Christ.
Catholics are like most religions; they have a lot of good things with them and a lot of
but I don't know if a regular old Baptist
bad things with them
I
because
don't
of the
know.
body of the the
I don't know
Vatican
if-
II just redid.
I don't know if your regular old Baptist church quite believes that though.
I don't think they do.
Interesting. I've not put much thought to it other than
They think it's a symbolic, but when you drink the juice and you're doing it in remembrance of my Lord, you just read the scripture what it says.
okay. Well, excuse me.
I just think you ought to believe what the Word of God says
Well.
instead of trying to slant it and chant it to your denomination or religion.
Hey, yeah. My denomination is correct.
Good.
My denomination is the only one going to heaven.
I know. Y'all, you guys had it figured out.
No, I'm just teasing. My denomination is the only one who's being spared during the end times.
There's people out there believe it.
Yeah, well, that's a big thing among certain denominations.
There are children of God in every religion and every single denomination on this earth. And in Revelations 18, it says that they will come out.
But let me ask you this: you say there are of all religions. What do you mean in that in
Hindu,
particular?
Muslim, Christian, Catholic, Baptist, Lutheran.
But what's the thing, the unifying thing between all of those people? Are there people of God that are Hindu right now?
I think there's people that are in every religion that have been taught their religion and their environment from their culture that before the end of times when Jesus before he comes back.
Well, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for you to say that they would accept Jesus because I thought you were saying that again. I thought you was along the pipeline of all religions lead to God.
That's exactly not correct.
Well, that's kind of what it sounded like you were saying. But I
am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Jesus Christ said that. That's what I believe.
Interesting.
And I believe other people in other religions and denominations as it gets closer to the second
Well,
coming,
and you check
that.
this out there. I know you've seen these stories. People in Islamic countries having dreams and visions of Jesus, or what they call, it's common, the man in white. And
they believe in Jesus.
Well, I know, but they
just don't believe he's
not even from that standpoint. But I mean, there are a lot of stories documented of people in Islamic countries having visions about like, hey, go to this place and this person's going to talk to you, and then that person led them to Christ, or just essentially dreams and visions of Christ that are influencing these people's lives to the accepting Christianity or this or that, and it's just like very interesting.
In the last days, that will happen. I'm
serious. Look into it. The man in white, Islamic dreams.
That will happen.
It's spooky.
It's like I said on night. there's no question that my Lord walked the earth. There's more documents, there's more transcripts, there's more written evidence than there was with Julius Caesar.
Sure.
So that's not they can say that Jesus wasn't the Messiah. They can just say he was a prophet.
Okay.
They can just say he was a teacher.
Okay.
They just missed the Messiah once, and I'm worried that these Christians are going to miss it again.
Well, that's my
worry
too.
They'll keep waiting for a rapture that's not going to happen until the second coming of Jesus Christ.
Well, not only that, but they'll just be deceived by the Antichrist, because they won't think that he's here yet. And I just checked our YouTube. Jerry tuned in. So, Jerry, thanks for tuning in, man. I don't know if you're still listening, but as always, we love hearing from you. Glad you're tuning in. So, Jerry, God bless you.
We've got to have a different setup here.
I can fix it.
Every one of our
Well, it's supposed
chats.
to, honestly.
Sooner or later, they're all going to be up there.
Well, this is honestly supposed to send every chat, even like if there's a chat from X, gets sent there. If there's a chat from...
Well, sometimes it doesn't, because I
know
don't see
it. I
any
don't know
messages,
why.
and there's 13 of them talking to me, and I'm ignoring them because I don't see them. And I feel bad about that.
Same, but Jerry, thanks for tuning in, man.
Yes, Jerry. From Tallahassee, Florida.
We want to have your email here pretty soon, so before long you'll be able to go to the website and fill out that form. So.
Yep. I'm loving Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry's a good listener.
He's a big fan of yours. He don't like me.
No, I don't know what you mean. He's a fan of yours too. He always tunes into Night, dude.
Oh, that's just because he thought I was dead because you keep giving my eulogy.
Well, it's just fun because the whole shtick of this thing is watch Fee live, watch Fee die. And
we got to get another stream for that because we can't flip and flop.
And I can. We can have it continuous forever. I'm working on that. I'm working to have it continuous forever on a website for sure. But then I would like to also just have a whole separate channel so that stream in live is just
That's
up.
what we're going to do.
But I need to get
September
the other
10th. That's what we're going to do. But I mean, we've got internet. We've got dadgum Starlink. Now we're going to have fiber, and then we're going to have backups. I mean, we're going to. You just have to do everything. So we can't do everything at once.
No, but we're working on it.
But and I do appreciate all your hard work, Mark. I don't think people realize how hard you've been working for the last, 65 days.
Well, I don't know. Cause sometimes I am lazy, but
I don't. I don't see that part of you. What I see is you really doing a phenomenal job for me, and I just thank you for it.
Oh well, I'd like to be here. I want to make this work because I don't want to go slave away at some bullcrap job that I hate. I'd rather sit here and talk to folks.
Anybody that's listening to you knows that's not you.
Nah, unfortunately, it's not.
What did you do? You had the only reason you got the factory job is because the supervisor liked to visit with you.
Well, I mean, I had it because it was my brother's in-laws, but it just so happened that the supervisor liked me a whole lot, and so got to be lazy, and so it worked out.
You taught him some culture and got paid for it.
Well, it just is what it is. But the point being is, if we can make this work, and I don't have to go have a job like that, because I'll have to get a job eventually.
Yeah.
At some point.
Absolutely. If you don't get paid, this is it.
Yeah, this is it.
This is it. So let's rock and roll with it. I appreciate everything you're doing, and
we're having a good time.
I can tell you that the more people tune in to Manly Mark, you're going to find, as crazy as you think he is to begin with, he just keeps telling the truth.
Well, I tell you now. I'm just here to do that. That's all I'm here to do.
Well, yeah. I can't wait for you to come up with something that's not happening.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, I'd like
just something
for
crazy.
you to be wrong once,
Well,
I'm still not believing in Bigfoot. Now you got all kinds of evidence.
Bigfoot.
People on network news the other night were talking about Bigfoot, and I thought about you.
Isn't it interesting? It's almost like, did I put it into the collective conscious, or was it already primed? Think about it like this: was the collective conscious already primed to be discussing about Bigfoot? Okay, hear me out. But I just happened to be tuned in a little earlier. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think about it; it just came to me. It's kind of like the idea that certain ideas you've seen in inventions for companies or this or that, the inventors almost describe coming to them in a dream or went into a little trance or this and that. And it's almost like, and even like Michael Jackson, he was notorious for when he would get an idea for a song, instantly start trying to work on it, write it down, because he was worried that if he didn't take the idea, the universe or God would give it to Prince,
Give it to Prince?
Give it to Prince, and so what I'm saying is...
I like Prince.
Well, because there have been times where I've thought of something like, just like for songs, you have an example. Just just outright started singing a little groove in my head. Never thought about it. Cool 3-verse little melody with a cool chorus. Thought, man, I should write that down. I'll never, didn't. Gone forever.
If you don't write it down, then
but the point being is, it's like these ideas are in the collective conscious somewhere.
Yep. If you don't do something about it now, you can lose that thought, never to get it again.
And it might go somewhere else.
And Prince was 5'4" and wore 8-inch heels.
Well, that's beside the point.
I like Prince.
Oh well, I don't know.
If you ever you got him off stage, he was
little guy,
135 pounds. Well, but Purple Rain.
You like that song, huh?
I like all of it.
We're going to have a little Feast Me.
I like all of Prince's songs.
We're going to have a little Feast Me concert sometime. Maybe we'll do a promo, do a little music.
Fine. I'll do a 24-hour dance-a-thon if it helps. I'll terminally do dance.
Yeah, but imagine how you'd feel after 23 hours and you check the view screen. And
nobody there.
And it's just like overall views 3. And you're just like, I've been dancing for 23 hours. But there are people who do that. Apparently you might do that.
Yep. Well, whatever it takes to draw in the viewership.
Well, we got to commit a crime.
We'll do.
Well, you come with us live as we rob a bank.
No, we're not doing that. Again, we're already banned in Russia, and it was censored because of crazy comments. So let's just keep on talking trash and see what happens.
Guys, we're just glad you tuned in. Like I said, we wanted to keep this episode just kind of light, kind of fun. Go back and forth, talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Well, I'm glad to join you. I'm hitting the dadgum links, and then going to enjoy the rest of my day. And go swimming with my kids tonight.
Well, I'm jumping on that website.
And you're going to just work.
I'm here working. You can, guys, check me out on the Watch Feed Live, Watch Feed I camera. I'll just be here at this desk. If you see me slumped over, it's because I fell asleep. But
either that or he'll be trying to, give my eulogy again.
Well, that again. But guys, thanks for tuning in, and you can catch me and Fee again Monday morning at 9 a.m. on the Feast Me Show with Maley Mark. But don't forget tonight at 9 p.m. Even those guys listen on TikTok, Fee goes live on YouTube, on X, on Instagram, anywhere we can with Night with Fee. So guys, don't forget to tune in tonight at 9, Night with Fee.
Thank you, guys.
So guys, thank you and God bless, and we'll